Street Beefs, what's up? Fire Chicken here at the Scrapyard, or the Scrapyard's attic, whatever you want to call it. So we just finished up our event last Saturday. We've got two videos up right now on Street Beef's main channel. Check those out. It's Gash versus Gumby, and then it's me, the Fire Chicken, versus Rose. So let me know what you think. Gash versus Gumby has been on Street Beefs for 8 hours, and it's 103,000 views. So that's going to be a huge video. Guy versus girl, first time ever. So let me know what you think. Respectful comments, please. You know, that's how we do it. Let me know what you thought about my fight. Overall, the event was awesome. We had 15 fights altogether. A couple people fought twice. They went pretty smooth this time. Didn't have any major issues. The only issues we really had were somebody, or maybe a couple people, invited their friends. They gave out my address to people, and I had people show up. I was okay with letting them at first. You know, I was like, well, you know, they're already here. I'll let them watch. But they read my rules. They signed my guest sign-in sheet. They sat down, and they pulled their phones out and started recording. So I walk up to them. I said, stop recording. Oh, okay, yeah, you know, we will. I come back probably 10, 15 minutes later. The guy, both of them are recording this time. And I tell the guy that I hadn't told yet, I said, stop recording. And he kind of like looked at me like, what, you know, like, no, but he did it. But his buddy that was right next to him wouldn't stop recording. So I said, dude, stop recording. And they just got up and left, thankfully. Can't respect my rules. I don't want you at fights at all. So that leads to rules being changed or added, which is now no cell phone policy. I don't want to see your cell phones out at all at the fights. We're really serious about this. The video goes on YouTube. You guys are all going to see it. God, there's ways that you can even copy the video off of YouTube if you want and save it for personal use. What's up, fight team? What's up, Ref Derek? So you can get the footage. There's no need to sit there and record it. I don't know what you think you're going to do with that footage. With a cell phone camera, you know, 3 people back in the crowd, and yeah, just don't do it. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to have a security team roaming around next time. There were a couple people that were filming that, you know, I get it. It's, you got a friend or something up and you're like, oh man, I'm going to hurry up and I want to film their fight. And I would tell people, I'm like, hey, no filming. They're like, oh, that's fine. Sorry. And those aren't the people I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that blatantly disrespected me by not wanting to shut their cameras off and then turned them back on as soon as I walked away. So not inviting your friends to the fights anymore. You can have your corner person. You can be there as a fighter. And I may allow, depending on the situation, get a hold of me. I'll put together a list of pre-approved people, but I will turn people away at the driveway. So fight team. So I am going to get those interviews up soon, but the only issue is it's not even an issue. My computer actually does not have an SD card slot. It doesn't even have a micro SD card slot. So how I've been doing it was I've been plugging my GoPro directly with a line and all that. So anyway, I just went on Amazon and bought a USB adapter so I can plug those things right in. So in the next few days, I'm going to get those interviews up on our main channel. So some of the fighters, and I kind of wanted to drop them anyway, like after the fight surfaced on YouTube. So when people search for these names, they're going to be able to find the interviews to these fighters that they like. Was it Remnant? Oh, Rev. Yeah, Rev was the guy recording for us. Mitchell Runyon. So he was our camera guy. He did an awesome job. Derek, you did an awesome job on refereeing, always. Next event, Michael, I hope you can make it to it again. I always like having you there. Whether you fight or not, you're welcome. You're kind of part of our team, so yeah, he did have great camera angles. Thanks, fight team. The next event, I do want to do it quickly, but within 6 weeks. I want to do it within 6 weeks, but problem is we're in Washington, and Washington rains a lot, and I can't schedule fights and then have it potentially rain. I guess we could do fights in the rain if people really want to fight. Are they going to care that there's rain? Not really, but as a convenience to people, I don't want to. Yeah, canopy. We're thinking something more. I don't know how you say it. Something. I'd like to get drone footage. So I'd like something kind of removable. I was thinking like a giant tarp. Oh, hi. Yeah. So I'd like to do something like a big tarp or whatever that's removable, and that way we can keep the rain off people and have a good event. Lighting's going to be another one. We're probably going to run flood lamps or something in case it gets in the later hours, because we are more north, and we do get daylight cut away from us a little bit quicker than, say, Cali or Virginia. Another thing is I'm taking up donations for a Santa can or porta potty. If you were at the event, you know how big of an inconvenience it is to not have a bathroom. We do have a lot of woods, but if you got to do a number two, it's not that convenient to go in the woods. So we're looking on getting one of those. I'm just asking that people go and donate $5, and we can get this thing taken care of and get one out here. I mean, even for like a fighter, if they want to change really quick, they can jump inside that thing and change. So they're pumping fees for it like every month too, and I want to take care of you guys as the fighters and the fans. So I hope we can get that one going. I'll put so my PayPal, if you want to donate to that, is firechicken76@gmail.com. We've already had a few people donate to us, and that money goes right to the Santa can. So why not, right? All right. Let's see. So we had my fight. That one's up right now, and we had the Gash fight with Gumby. Gumby and Gash want to do another fight, so they agreed that they will do a kickboxing match. I'm really excited about that. What's up, Juan? How you doing? So I'm really excited about that because if you haven't seen the fight, I don't want to ruin it for you. Go watch the fight on YouTube. It's under Street Beefs, Gash versus Gumby. It's a great match. The comments are pretty bad, but you can expect that out of people with peanut-sized brains on YouTube that sit on their couch and critique people that actually have the courage to get in the ring and fight. So consider the source when you see some of these comments. They're just ridiculous, and nobody knows what they're talking about. People are telling me, like my ring, they're saying, oh, well, what about that metal plate that Gash almost hit their head on? That's not a metal plate. It's a freaking it's a foam pad that covers up the concreted in posts, which are wrapped in insulation and tape. I don't have any exposed metal or concrete in that ring. So I'm really looking at being safe for my fighters, and people are just ignorant on YouTube. They don't know. No, all the fights will not be uploaded by tonight. Right now, let's see. So I'll tell you what I got. I got Ugly Boy versus Hazard that's sending to Esteban right now. And this is what I've sent so far. I've sent Chase the Dragon versus the Destroyer, Pookie versus Brickhouse, Gumby versus Gash, The Brick versus the Preacher, Moses versus Loggernaut, Demigod versus Brickhouse, Rose versus Fire Chicken, Moses versus the Paperboy, and Arm & Hammer versus Jonah, which is now the Running Man. Those are what I've sent, and so I still have one. I've still got Short Round, Turkish Assassin, Karate Gandalf, Ares, Hazard versus Ugly Boy, Gumby versus Buddy V, The Menace versus Huaring. I don't know how to say that. And Simo versus Blondie. Those are all, I haven't sent those yet because these are big files and they do take a while to get to. They do take a while to get to Esteban. So another thing too, I got some drone footage from my buddy Corey. Thank you, Corey, if you end up seeing this. That was really badass that you did that. So we've got some awesome drone footage. I know we don't have all the fights, and we have some alternate angles, but not of all the fights. So like I got drone footage in my fight, but I don't have alternate angle. Simo, you're lucky. You got like the drone angle, the alternate angle, and the main angle. So we might use that footage later down the road to kind of splice into different types of footage, so we can make like hype reels or just like intros for our fights. Maybe Esteban can edit that kind of stuff for us. Let's see what else. The drone hyped a lot of the fighters. That's cool. I'm glad the fighters like the drone. You know, as a fighter and have fought in Virginia, I do like. Hey, Arm and Hammer, is that you? I do like the fact that you get extra footage. I mean, I have a fight that I did, an MMA fight. It was my first one, and there was no footage to it. It's like, God, I wish I could see that fight over again, but I can't. It's gone forever. Nobody will ever see that fight again except for the people that were there, unless there's some random video floating around on somebody's cell phone. So it's really good for fighters to be able to. It's really good for fighters to be able to have extra footage. I mean, you're not going to do this forever. I'm not going to do this forever, but if you eventually down the line, you might be pretty happy that you got all that extra footage. So I'm going to look at a couple comments here really quick because we got a lot of people. So we're getting a ton of people joining this group too. Our Street Beast Scrapyard YouTube, which is great. We're like 500 and something subscribers now. We're trying to hit 1,000, and I told you we're going to do a giveaway when we hit 500 subscribers and 2,000 members in the Facebook group. The Facebook group is almost up to 1,900 members. It might even be up to 1,900 members now. And I'm going to buy some brand new boxing gloves, throw a t-shirt in there, wraps. I'm going to make like a package for people, and then I'm going to do another one at like a couple hundred more subscribers, because the goal is 1,000 subscribers. And having people in the Facebook group just adds on to that. It makes that happen faster. So if you guys, the best thing you can do, share the links on your personal Facebooks, but in the Facebook group, our Facebook group, go in there, click on the invite button, add every single person you know, and they're either going to join or they're not. So you're not going to bug them too much. So do that. And I mean, we've had people add like thousands of people, and you might get like 300 total out of that, or a couple hundred. And people flake off and leave or unfollow the group. That's fine, but it might spark some interest in people and get the word out to people that don't know we're doing this. I want these fights up here so everybody can come out and partake and enjoy them. So we're doing this for you guys' entertainment, to give you guys a place to fight. And just the more this goes on, the more excited I get about it. So now I'm going to go through the comments because I see people that I really want to talk to on here. Let's see here. We'll start up from the top fight team. There's been a lot of comments on that fight. Yeah, there has. I think you're talking about the Gash fight. Pola Twins. Let's see, Derek Benford. Okay. Yeah, good publicity, bad publicity. So the Gash fight, 100K views in 8 hours. Good publicity, bad publicity, whatever. I hope Gash and Gumby aren't taking the negative criticism too bad, or the just pea-brained words that are coming out of people's mouth, because they both did an awesome job. Every person that stepped in that ring, I mean, they fought their ass off. So you can't take nothing away from these YouTube commenters. They're just sitting on the computer and not doing anything but making comments to other people. There's so easy to do. Let's see, Arm and Hammer. Let's see, the drone hyped a lot of fighters. Yes, it did. Thanks for holding the event, Fire Chicken. Great way for people to get some experience points. Yes, thank you for coming, Arm and Hammer. You put on an awesome fight. Really glad to have you. I hope you get to come back. Are you on fight teams? Were you part of his group? Um, let's see. Was it Barmingham? I think you were. Jared DeRose, what up? My fights. Still can't feel my upper lip. Can't wait to see the video. Jared DeRose. Oh yeah, dude. Rose. I'm glad you made it out there. I hope you get to come out and train with us. I got to fight you firsthand, so I really get to see what I can help you get better at. I really want to do that. I really want to start working out on Sundays with a lot of people. So I hope you can make it out. Caleb too. Yeah, man, we'll get a fight team going. We'll make everybody better. Let's see, Demigod, what's up? Thank you for stopping in and showing the channel some love, Demigod. Thank you for showing up to the event, Demigod. A little bit late. Almost didn't get a fight, but you made it and you got a fight and you did awesome. So you're always welcome in the scrapyard. This guy's got such a great attitude and positive outlook on fighting and it seems like just life in general. So I really wish that Saturdays I had more time to talk to people. I got a chance to jump in there and spar with him a little bit, but I mean, it's really not enough. I would, like Arturo came down, the Drunken Master came down last month, and I got to hang out with him because he was staying in town and everything, and I took him to his airport the next day, but yeah, I really like to get a chance to spar with you guys and hang out and just talk, but it's tough to do when you've got a full event going on, and they're just going to get bigger. I mean, I'm going to have to limit the amount of people that are coming to these things now. I'm going to have to really schedule fights ahead of time. And tell me what you guys think of this. I'm thinking about doing little tiny events. You know how Street Beef does their beef fights? Well, if say you want to fight somebody, it doesn't not a beef fight. It just can be a fight, okay? And maybe on a Saturday, and we look and the weather's going to be good. Okay, maybe I can get a hold of my ref to come up, or somebody else can ref, or whatever. We can get like a mini team, and we can do like 1 or 2 fights. It doesn't have to be a full event, because you guys as fighters, your video is still going to get like whatever amount of views it's going to get. It doesn't matter if there's 300 people there or there's 3 people there. It just doesn't matter. Let's see. I thought Gash was going to Nagumbi. Dude, Gash landed that fight on, or landed that, I think it was a hook. I don't remember. I could hear that shot, and Gumby had a nice spot over his eye. Yeah, it was hard. Fights will be uploaded. Pola Twins, not necessarily. So I'm sending the fights out to Esteban. 2 are up today. So he got 2 up today. I think he might try to span them out during the week, and it's kind of better because it gives people, it doesn't overwhelm people with fights. Not fortunately, but I mean, kind of fortunately for our views on our fight, we didn't share a weekend with somebody. Unfortunately, the North Carolina event didn't happen, so they didn't get to upload fights. But that means all of our fights are going to be uploaded throughout the week, and it's just going to be. And Street Beef hasn't had any fights uploaded in, I think, 2 weeks or a week or something. So people are really starving for the content, and they're going to want to see your guys' videos. Let's see, Gold Productions, official left hook. Gold Productions? Who are you? You're not Gash, are you? Can't wait for my fight. Never mind the hairs. Oh, dude, Simo, I meant to tell you this. We lost your fight. I'm just kidding. No, we didn't lose your fight. Actually, we got 3 angles of your fight. So I think I'm actually sending it to Virginia right now. Maybe. Yeah, actually, it is being sent. 14% transferred to Virginia right now. So I don't know when it'll get uploaded. Yes, he's my cousin. Oh, cool. You guys are cousins. Oh, you're down. Good. Can't wait to watch my fight. Oh, you're Turkish Assassin. Okay. Man, thank you for coming up. You and your brother. I hope he gets a chance to fight next time. You guys were great to have around. Really respectful and polite. That's always a plus. and you jumped in there and had a great fight. Buddy V, thank you for coming out, Buddy V. Great fight. Yes, thank you. Oh, so we had a kind of it wasn't an issue, but it was something said this morning, and a guy commented. Now, I kind of jumped the gun on this, and I want to apologize to the Menace ahead of time. So this guy came on there and said, "What are you doing sticking a 9-0 undefeated fighter up against an 0-0 guy?" And I didn't really know what he was talking about. And apparently Menace's opponent had more experience than him, which is going to happen. But if you watch the fight, it was a good fight. I mean, it went to a decision. So it's really hard to argue that. I heard that the guy that was arguing was Menace's dad, and I did kick him out of the group. I'm really sorry. He kind of came at us sideways. If you want to let him know, like, you know, me saying this, that I apologize for deleting him out of the group, but there were a lot of accusations thrown around, and we did not intentionally throw you, Menace, in there with a guy that was just a beast. You know, that wasn't the plan. We matched up and we looked at who would fit who the best. So I thought all the fights were pretty, for the most part, were pretty evenly matched. Jaron Key Sweet, I want to see the drone footage. I got it right in front of me. I'm going to watch it after I get off here. Hola, I'll be fighting next event. I'm Turkish Assassin's twin. Awesome. Can't wait to see you fight. So that's pretty much the gist of the event. Let's see if I can think of a couple more things. If anybody has any questions, last minute questions that you want me to address about the event, the videos, I do have one thing. So I tried to get everybody's Instagram from them, and I sent it to Lord, or asked Lord Esteban about it. Now he says the Instagram thing is kind of you kind of have to earn it. Okay. So if you've done a few events, like I'll say Gumby, for instance, you've done like 2 events now, you've had 3 fights. So you're on the way to getting your Instagram thrown under your intro. So people can go follow you on Instagram, because as they see your picture or see your face, you're going to gain popularity, and people are going to want to follow you on Instagram, and then you can start putting out content, and you'll start to get blown up there. So when you start to have some fights in the scrapyard, that's kind of a way to honor you for being part of us, is you get the publicity of having your social media outlet shown to everybody. And as Gash and Gumby are seeing right now, they had one fight, and it is over. I want to say, like, I looked like right before I got on here and it was 103, but I bet you it's gone up. It's just insane how much that one's climbing. I would not be surprised if that video ends up hitting 1 million. Okay, hold on. I'm looking right now. Don't taper off. I just want to see what that video's got. I don't know why it shows that. I know it's got more views than that. 110. So it was 103 like 10 minutes ago. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. And that's the thing. Any one of your videos could go viral, where it's just stacking up massive views. It just depends on what you say to the camera, your fight name, your performance, and your what you wear too, your attitude. I mean, if you look at some of the most popular fighters in Street Beef's history, a lot of them have kind of a niche, like something that grabs people's attention. El Diablo, the mullet, and just the body shots that make people puke. That guy has a huge following. Shinigami's the newest one. I want to say he's the newest one from Cali, and it's because he's got his Kempo gi on and he does head kick knockouts in 6 seconds. So there's other big names too. One guy I'm not going to mention because I think he's kind of a douchebag, but he yelled at the camera like he was going to have a brain aneurysm, and apparently that gets people's attention. So whatever, you know, that guy can go fight for the Mr. Pibb League. Anyway, so comments are crazy on the Gash fights. They are. It's sad, but it's building popularity. Gash, if you see this, even towards Gumby, come on. I mean, they're like, oh, what? He's beating up a girl. I'm like, what the hell? She asked to fight a guy too. It's like people just don't understand. Like, if you've never trained with a female that is like a legit fighter that has this experience that you do, I mean, where you get punched in the face. I went out to Gig Harbor and I trained with some people a couple weeks ago, and I boxed a buddy's wife, and bam, she hit me right in the face. I was like, damn. I had never boxed a girl before, and she just smacked me. I was like, wow, okay. But yeah, they're getting a lot of hate, and that's okay as long as they don't let it get to them. Just take the good out of it, because there are people in there that are saying a lot of good stuff too. So gotta take the bad with the good, I guess. Indoor events. I'm willing to do indoor events if we have a venue, and yeah, indoor events are fine, but we have to find a venue. We got to find somebody's garage, and we got to make it safe, and basically that's it. So I'll bring up the porta potty again. We're trying to get a porta potty if you were here. firechicken76@gmail.com if you want to donate to the PayPal to get the porta potty out here, because a lot of people were like, oh man, I gotta do a number 2. I'm like, I'm really sorry, but I point to the woods, like, and people would use the woods, or they would drive to Burger King or something. So don't bring your friends. Don't give my address out ever unless I tell you you can give my address out to a specific person. We do not host these events for spectators. These events are for fighters and cornermen and YouTube. So that's who we're catering to. Shinigami and Canadian said they are going to be at the next event. They said for sure. So I know never to count my chickens before they hatch, ever. I don't get excited about stuff until it happens, because there's always a chance something, even if it's in concrete, like Black Shogun's going to show up, boom, doesn't happen. So, by the way, Demigod showed up, fought from Texas, awesome. Ugly Boy, he's another guy that fought. He came all the way from Las Vegas. Running Man, he's from Louisiana, but I think lives in Seattle now. So you'll see him. He did a boxing match. Pastel Gash here. Yeah, no, the viewers that have any sort of even tiny amount of intelligence in their brain aren't the ones that are saying all the crap on YouTube. Those are keyboard warriors that hide behind fake YouTube accounts, and that would never do anything like this in real life. So take the good out of it, because Gash, there are some really positive, good people in there. A lot of comments about you hitting your head on the metal plate. That's not a metal plate, it's a foam pad, but it looks like a metal plate. So you weren't in any danger there. But thanks for coming out to the event. I want actually Gumby's interested in doing that kickboxing match, so 12-ounce gloves, all the proper gear, and we can get that kickboxing match underway. We, like I said earlier, we don't even have to do it to where it's a whole event. Like, if you wanted to just come out and meet him out here, and we can get a team of people to do the reffing and a couple people to judge and all that stuff, we can throw like a mini event, because I mean, the goal is to get your guys' fights on YouTube, and the crowd doesn't matter. So if any of you are interested in that, I know the atmosphere of a big event is nice, but you know, in the end, it's you getting your names out there and seeing the views on Facebook or on YouTube and all that. I think I have the Muay Thai shirts, making it mixed martial arts. Chip got views, man. Yep. the Muay Thai shorts, plus the pose that you had in the thumbnail was that Muay Thai pose with the shorts on. I was like, oh yeah. And it was a good fight though. You cracked Gumby. You left a nice mark on his head, but he's a wrestler, and you made him go into full panic wrestling mode. So Gumby, you did an awesome job too. You did what you knew, and congrats on the win there. Train your kickboxing though, because you're going to need it for Gash. Shinigami, yes. It was a good fight, Buddy V. Great fights. We'll hit 1 million in 2 weeks. I hope. Gash, your video's up to, I mean, I literally, it's going up like 5,000 views in a matter of minutes. Let's see. It's going up like 5,000 views. Just, I mean, it's viral. That's awesome. It's like doing like what the Shinigami video is doing. So, thanks for partaking in such a great fight. I don't know if Street Beefs has ever had a female versus male fight before, and I think that's what's really causing a lot of views to be drawn to it. Like you said, also the thumbnail and stuff too. My fight is up. If you want to check it out, most of you people that are on here talking have they seen me fight and seen Rose fight. So I'm hoping to do another one next time. Maybe my wife doesn't really like it, but she knows I love it. She loves it when I do it. So that's what matters. Yep. And as I said, we're working on getting all the fights uploaded, but there's still probably 5 that I haven't sent to Virginia because it's still at 21%. It's so slow, and I have pretty fast internet, but we're talking like some of these files are like 10 gigabytes. That's huge. Takes a while to get to him. Then he's got to take it. He's got to edit it. He's got to put his intros in. He's got to put the outro in. He's got to splice things that aren't supposed to be in there or are whatever. You know what I mean? It takes time. We'll get it though, and you guys will all have your videos on YouTube soon. And like I said, some of you, Gash, you probably got a drone footage video too. I don't remember what fight he ended up having to taper off the drone footage with, but Corn Dog, if you can get me some more drone footage tonight, that would be awesome. And then we do have people in our group that can do video editing and splice in your drone footage, possibly your alternate angle. Gash, you might have alternate angle on yours too. The earlier fights have the ref cam, but I was starting to go through batteries so fast and my charger wasn't keeping up, so I had to cut that off. And so I only got like probably 4, maybe 5 fights with a GoPro on the ref cam. But we can use all that footage to splice in. Professional photographer was there. I haven't seen any of his pictures yet, but I mean, I just know that he was taking pictures the entire time. So all the fights will be uploaded, guaranteed, for sure. Yes. Last time we had a couple fights 2 fights that didn't get uploaded. I think one of them was because it was a grappling match and Street Beefs didn't think it was. I don't want to put words in their mouth, but it just didn't get uploaded. It wasn't very active, and it was on the ground, and there was a lot of resting, so they probably figured it wasn't gonna do too well. I uploaded it on my channel anyway. If there's ever a fight that doesn't get on there, I'll talk to Scarface and ask him if I can put it on my own channel, on this channel. So yes, but all the fights will be uploaded to the Street Beefs. They are tapering them so that they have their chance to really gain views until the next one comes in. Because if they try to put them in too close together, then you might have a video that comes out that has a really cool thumbnail, and then people just kind of skip over that one. I know I've done it before. I mean, when you go to when you see events and there's like 30 fights in an event, and you're getting like 10 to 15, like 10 fights in a day, and I don't got time to watch all these fights. Like some of them I end up watching 6 months later. I'm like, I don't remember that fight, but you know, it didn't get a lot of views. Look at my first fight. It's got like 30,000 views. It should have more views, but it doesn't because of just probably when it was in the lineup of getting there's probably a lot of fights that day and all that. So yeah, that just depends. But let's see. Yeah, seem to favor the whole shoulder roll routine. Very effective indeed. Thanks, man. If you're talking about my shell, my boxing style is I do use a Philly shell, and my boxing coach, who I met at work, and he started coaching me. He just taught me traditional, keep your hands in front of your face like that, and I was liking that. You know, it was okay. And then one day he pulls the shell out on me. I'm like, what the hell's that? Is that Mayweather stuff? And he's like, oh yeah, Philly shell, and he's like, well, you want to learn it? And I want to learn it, and so I started using it a lot, and I took a lot of shots because it's a really good technique, but you got to know how to use it. A lot of people use it so wrong. If you watch me use it, I glance a lot of punches off the top of my head. So like something might hit me, but it's not doing enough damage because it's glancing off the top of my head. I use this as a parry right here. I can move it. I keep it neutral. I have better vision because I don't have this in front of me. So I have better vision to my body. I always have my arm on the left side and my right side, protecting both sides of my body. It's something that if you want to learn it, go watch a lot of Mayweather videos and technique videos on how to do it and start working it in. But I mean, I can do it left or right-handed. I can counter a Philly shell with a Philly shell. I've figured out on my own techniques on how to do that stuff because I've been using that same style for a while now. I don't go off of like what Mayweather does with it. I really, to be honest, I haven't watched. I like boxing, I like Mayweather, but I haven't watched all of his fights. You know, I should, just to see how he uses it more effectively and how I can make it more effective with me. I use my elbows a lot too. If you watch, I don't remember who I was sparring with. Maybe it was Demigod, but you can literally stand in the corner and you can use your elbows to deflect stuff. It works really well. So that's it's my Philly shell, fire chicken shell. So anything else? I think what I'm trying to do right here is I want to give you guys these good interactive live feeds. I'm trying to get runtime, view time on this YouTube. So if I have, like right now I have 11 people watching, but I think we had up to 20 in here watching at one point. And if all those count toward watch time and they multiply. So I need so many hours of watch time on this channel to be able to get monetized. That's where I can start making money off the channel because I don't make any money off this channel. I just do this to give you guys Saturday for a podcast. I will talk to my wife about that because we are going out of town this weekend, but I got to find out what time we're leaving. If we do it early enough, I can probably do a podcast with you. It's another thing, fighters. And I'm thinking that I don't want to speak for Fight Team 206, but I believe you told me this at one point, and that's we are he will do podcasts or interviews with you guys. I will be dropping interviews that he took at the fights in the next couple days. So look out for your interviews if you did one. If you didn't do an interview with him, I think that you should catch up with him and do one next time at the fights because it's a great way to get your name out there. People recognize your face, say a little bit about your history. Everybody loves hearing that stuff. All the fights were great and fun to watch. Thank you. Appreciate that. So for this weekend, it's definitely a maybe. I don't even know who you got interviews with this weekend. I'm interested in pulling that card out tomorrow when I get the adapter and seeing who you did interviews with. I just felt like I'm prepared for mine because it was like I got so much stuff like going on in my head. I got to remember this. I got to remember that. I got fighters coming in the gate still. I got to tell people rules. I got to have waivers signed. Awesome, bro. Maybe call me tomorrow. We'll talk about that. So, yeah, great fights. Watch them on Street Beefs. Give some views to them. We'll start having people coming over for the sparring and the training camp kind of stuff. I'm gonna video that stuff I understand some people don't want their videos posted. Um, and I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I'm obviously going to not put them up if you don't want me to, but to be honest, I mean, unless you're like a higher name person, people aren't going to be studying your footage. So, and you cannot tell about a person in sparring. I mean, people that have sparred with me before. I mean, I don't hit hard. Not sparring. I'll throw fast and I'll pull my punches, but I mean, that's not how I box when I'm in a match. You can watch me spar and you can watch my boxing match. They're not the same. Um, they're just not. So, you know, we're just training different aspects of combat, and what it all equals out to in the end is the actual combat. That's why you do different stuff. You do focus mitts for your precision and seeing targets as soon as they open themselves up. We do the tire drill so that you can work your inside boxing with each other, so that you don't have an outlet to escape. So if you get stuck in a corner and you have to inside box, at least you know how to defend yourself. We'll have offensive defensive drills where I'll come out and I'll be offensive and you are defensive, and the whole thing that round is you having to be defensive. We do gauntlets where we put one person in and we go person after person after person on them every minute. We bring in a new person, bring in a new person, bring in a new person. That's going to teach you your it's going to build your cardio, but the more important thing about building your cardio for boxing is your breathing. 100%. If you can breathe properly, your cardio is secondary. Um, Obviously, that matters to a degree. You know, if your cardio is like super bad, you're going to notice it. But if you can breathe, every shot you throw, you're exhaling. First off, you're not going to get the wind knocked out of you when you get hit because you're breathing out when you get hit at the same time. So this is some stuff that we teach. I'm not necessarily coaching, but I'm helping people out with things that I learned from like other people. We run a rope across, a bungee cord across from one post to the other, and we do head movement drills, throw some combos, head movement drills, combo. We teach footwork on how to not get your feet crossed up when you're navigating throughout the bumpy, dusty, potholed ring that I call the scrapyard ring. Um, Again, I'll mention it again. Go on Street Beef Scrapyard Facebook, hit the invite button, invite all your friends, all of them. They won't come if they don't want to, but we're trying to hit 2,000 members in our Facebook group so I can give you guys stuff. I can put up drawings and have drawings and have you guys just have stuff for free. I want to get you guys shirts. I want to get you guys boxing gloves. I want to get you wraps. But I want you guys to help with the group and get that up there. There's also the other thing is the porta potty fund. We're doing a porta potty fund, and that is my the PayPal for that is firechicken76@gmail.com. If you want to donate a couple bucks, drop it in that. And we are trying to get a porta potty for next time because it's an inconvenience. Everybody's going to benefit from a porta potty. So, you know, that's kind of my fund for the group. I I have I'm trying to keep money in there so that if I need something, I can go out and purchase it and then have it for there. But I mean, I had to fork over a lot of money to get this whole thing off underway when I initially started. You know, there's a lot of expenses, and for one, my GoPro that was over $300. Fortunately, I do have Beamer representative Monica Batchelor. She shout out. They sponsored me last event and actually bought me another GoPro. So that's where we got our second angle from. So thank you, Beamer. Check out the link in the description on the Street Beefs stuff. So really cool people. If you didn't get a chance to check out their the Beamer, next time I'm hoping to have them at the event too. It's up to them, but you can take that for a test drive and see what you think of it. So, yep. Let's see. Real fast, can you demo that shuffle towards the end of your match with the rose? I don't really got a lot of room in here. If you come out on a Sunday, I can show you all that stuff. It's probably just, I don't remember it because it's probably just basic footwork. And I'll tell you guys right now, if you're watching, or whoever's watching, whoever watches this, what I learned about boxing, your two most important things are your footwork and your defense. Okay. If you can defend yourself and get out of bad situations and keep yourself in a good angle, I mean, even that works even for offense too. You know, if you can get yourself into a good angle and angle on them, you don't even have to hit somebody hard. You shouldn't ever be like going for a knockout punch. You should be working for those good punches at different angles and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, come out and work that stuff with me, and I can show it to you better than I can explain it. So, I hope that helps a little bit. Hostile Graveyard. I got people messaging me. Lots of people. Let's see. I think your dad got hacked. I know it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, what? Okay, whatever. Yeah. Hate mail. Sorry, man. I don't know why you'd be getting hate mail, Nate. So, okay. Well, I know we got a lot of people on here. You know, I feel like I want to keep going, but I do got stuff I got to do. I just got off work. I don't know where you guys are at, but it's 5:14 here. I got a meeting at 6:30 that I got to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And when you see the live pop up, click on it and just get in a discussion with me. We can talk about what we want to do at future events, maybe who you liked, all that stuff. But as far as now, let's save it for next time. Thank you. Subscribe if you haven't yet to this. Invite your friends to the Facebook. And if you can, spare $5, donate to the Porta Potty Fund. We'll get a sign made that says the Crap Yard on it instead of the Scrap Yard. But what's up, John Fisher? But yeah, firechicken76@gmail.com is the way to donate to that, and we'll get it up there, and then we'll go out and we'll get one. So I really want to have one at the next event. Take care.